Right, we are live.
We're live.
Hey, what's up, Kevin?
Hey, what's up, Carl? Tiffany?
Hey guys. Hi, everybody.
All right. So today we have lots of stuff to talk about. Of course, black people love sneakers, and and Donald Trump came out with his they call them air fraud ones. Uh,
Best meme I saw was Aircon.
air,
Yeah, remember the movie Con Air?
so apparently the people at Fox News thinks that that's a really good thing how Trump can connect with the black people. And Also we're gonna talk about there's a black kid in Texas, Tiffany, where he's
Yes.
here.
Yeah, in Texas about he didn't win the case about, his locks. They said that the school went according to, protocol, and it's just sad that he followed it. His hair was up and still, I would leave that school and go to another school. I'll be like, I'm out
It's
of here.
almost it's been almost a year, and uh,
Hmm.
and he's still out of school. So I don't know what they're hoping for.
They were actually, I think they were they was being homeschooled. He was being homeschooled until this case blew over or started.
Yeah. Um, Also, we're gonna talk a bit about Coco Gauff, the black female tennis player who was in Dubai uh, doing for a tennis tournament, and the the umpire was giving her some very unfair calls on her, during her game, and it's pretty obvious, what he was doing. But they don't care. They don't have any respect for us, and they just do what they want because they know they're the majority, and they're not the majority worldwide, but they just think they can get away with stuff.
It's just so sad that you play a game that you love, but you can't, enjoy because you being, attacked. Like,
All right.
my gosh.
Well,
That was a stupid game. A game.
what else do we need to see, folks? What else do we need to see? So we're gonna get into it, folks. So thank you, Tiffany. Can you do me the honors of
Yes, everybody, this is fair use only, educational purpose only. We do not own the rights to the content or the music at all. This is our opinions only, nobody else's. And please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think.
All right? And if you see any spell check errors, please let me know.
Yeah, somebody was in the comment the last show and was like,
Yeah,
back. I
yeah.
was like, ooh,
Obviously,
somebody
it
throw
was
his
a
shade.
typo. I meant to write black, and I wrote back, and I forgot the L, and I got held for it. But that's okay. All
You
right.
can't make it.
We human, we make mistakes.
Yes, we do.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the black therapy show. We in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting as you see black support eroding from Joe Biden. This is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Yeah.
Will the people that are excited about the sneakers and excited about Donald Trump, Will that translate into them going out and voting for Donald Trump?
Well, anybody willing to put $400 down for a pair of sneakers? Yeah, I think that's commitment and love.
I
It's
hope
something.
you're right.
It's something. It's affection.
Black people love.
Then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing.
So Trump now has street cred. That's why we love him, right? Because
Yeah, because he's a criminal and he has chinny shoes.
yeah, because
That's so racist.
that's
Yeah,
how
that is pretty racist.
that's how we roll.
These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones, you see? That's how far I've come. That's how far I've come. That's a long way, isn't it? These lights. We've come a long way together. And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing. Would you rather have the black president or the white president who got $1.7 billion off the price? I think they want the white guy right now. And I built a lot of buildings, and I want to tell you, a black worker is a great worker. You've done an incredible job.
Need a sneaker?
All right. So basically, what Fox News was saying that black people love sneakers, and all you have to do is wave some sneakers in our face, and we will come running to vote because that's how gullible we are. That's how, and it just shows in 2024. That's what they think of us. Nothing seems to have changed. I'm just curious as to how many people feel the way they do. I suspect it's a lot more, but it's just
I was about to say, please, it's a lot more.
it's not being said. But that guy really believed what he was saying. He's saying that Trump has a connection with the black people because of the sneakers.
So let me play devil advocate here.
Is that our fault? Is it?
Yeah, it is our fault because Michael Jordan has made over $1.3 billion from Air Jordans. I
Yeah.
Googled that. $1.3 billion from Air Jordans. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that out of that $1.3 billion from Air Jordans, probably, I would say probably 80%, I know this is just me guessing, 70, 80% of those sales are from African Americans. I mean, remember there was a time when people were shooting each other over Air Jordans. People were teenagers were shooting other teenagers to steal their sneakers. You know, people were getting on Michael Jordan going, hey, how come you don't speak out against this? So what he said was very racist. Two things can be true, right? I mean, that is very racist for him to say that, but it is our fault in a sense because, I mean, I don't think Trump is going to get our attention from sneakers. I mean, another rapper came out today to endorse Trump. You know, so he has another rapper came out to endorse him today. I saw online. So he has now high profile rappers endorsing him. You know, and that's a problem. You know, I don't. I push back on this sneaker thing. I mean, that's not going to make black people vote for him. I don't think black people going. But they're going to buy shoes. Now, whether they're going to go vote, I don't know. But they're going to definitely buy those shoes.
Yeah.
Well,
know,
whoever got those shoes on, we're gonna know who's gonna vote for him.
You have a picture of the shoes, Carl?
I have to look. Well, yeah. Hold on a second.
Yeah, because I want to show somebody. As soon as you pull those shoes up, I want to show you something.
Listen, I know I'm not buying those shoes. And the whole thing is racist. Like, for them to actually say this is how you gonna get black people because of sneakers, are you serious? And then when Trump was like, it's so bright, he only see the dark ones, was that a Paula Dean? You remember when Paula Dean looked
Yeah.
over to her purse? He's like, "You so black. Look at you. You so dark. Come here, baby." You looking at her like, "Did this white bitch just?" Yo,
But here's
I'm
the guy.
telling you, these white people are funny. They need to do stand-up comedy because Trump is funny to me. I can't believe this. He's ridiculous. Sneakers
But
with the
here's
T
the
on
sad
it.
thing, though, Tiff. He's run. Here's the sad thing, Tiff. He is a step away from the Oval Office. Paula Dean is a chef, a celebrity chef, a restaurant owner, and an idiot. But
I'm
here's a
talking about the
guy,
mind
Paula
frame.
Dean. But Paula Dean can't hurt you.
I'm talking about the
Trump,
mind frame.
I got you, sister. But Trump is in a position. Is what I'm saying. Trump is in a powerful position that he gets back to the Oval Office with that mentality. Yeah, Paula Dean was running for office. Yeah, I go, okay, this is a racist chick running for office. Yeah, but I mean, because I think Paula Dean's a racist. But I'm saying Trump is a racist, but he's a racist with power, and
All
that's
of them
that.
have. How about if he's just? We know that he's an outward racist. It's many of them that feel just the way they feel. It's just that he not saying it. They're not saying it. He's saying it. So I'm telling you, he is. All them people behind the scenes. They are him. They are
Let
him.
me
They feel the same way.
let me jump in here and let me say, kind of piggyback on what Kevin said about it's kind of our fault that a lot of white people think that we are all about sneakers and that's like very important to us. Now, but let me also say, or I don't know, you guys might know because I wasn't born here, but people act like the majority of black people are on, I guess, would say the ghetto side. Like if people say you're acting black, somebody say somebody's outside acting black. You don't expect to go outside and see somebody sitting quietly reading a book, right? If you hear somebody outside acting black, you expect to go outside and see some mayhem going on, right? So it,
Yeah, Carl, you're right. Look, we've been calling it. Malcolm X said it a long time ago, right? He says, "If you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book."
But
That came
it's
from
black
Malcolm.
men out there that
That
do
came from
read.
Malcolm X, right? That came from Malcolm X. You know, years ago, one of my favorite places I used to go was to Barnes and Noble and Borders. There was
Okay.
a I used to live in that bookstore, Borders and Barnes and Noble. That was my second home. I stayed in those stores. You know what I didn't see in those stores? I look around, I'd be like the only African American in there.
I don't know
So,
what you're talking about.
well, we ain't going to the same store. I'm just
You
saying.
sure didn't.
I went in a lot of Borders, in my travels, and a lot of Barnes and Nobles in my travel, and it
well, you
was always. I just didn't see a lot of black people in there.
know,
Yeah,
Not saying
because we was going to the black-owned bookstores before they tore them down.
Tiffany. I mean, sometimes we got to take responsibility because I used to take my kids to the library, and I'm telling you, it was all library was always 99% white and just a few straggling black people, and there
that's what
was
I said.
I can't do that.
it's
I'm
true.
from
It is
Brooklyn.
true. It's true. I'm talking about where I live. You know what I mean? And
Okay, that's where you live.
also you can see whenever a new Michael Jordan sneaker came out, there were lines around the corner of black kids waiting to get a sneaker. But if like a new Harry Potter or some kind of new book comes out, there's always a line of white kids around the corner. So I mean, we got to take responsibility. Otherwise, we're not going to fix anything. There's got to be a reason why a lot of black kids don't seem to be interested in education as other groups of people, other groups of kids do.
But
This,
you have white kids more interested in our culture than their culture.
you see, you just ignored everything I just said.
Culture is different. Yeah. There are white kids that want to be, cool because we're cool. We're cool, Tiff. We're definitely cool. We're definitely the best dressing people, uh, the leaders in fashion, the leaders in every damn thing. That's why they don't want Beyonce to do a country
Country.
because they know that it's going to be taken over. She's going to inspire other black people to do country music. We have some black country artists already, but now that Beyonce is getting involved, and she's number one on the charts right now on the country charts, the first woman to ever be number one on the country charts as I speak. So now other black women are going to get inspired to be country singers now, and that's what they're afraid of. That there's
Mm.
going to be a takeover. So yeah, there's young black kids. When I was overseas in Japan, they were saying over there. When I was talking to one of the guys over there, was taking us around. He was like, all the Japanese kids, they want to be black. They dress like the rappers that they see. They're that all over there. All their fashion. When I was over in Japan, there were all them young teenagers. They were trying to be like us.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, that's a totally different. I'm trying to. Well, the topic of the show is Fox. I said Fox News thinks majority of black people live in the ghetto. Do we?
Right.
Because they're
No.
associating sneakers with the ghetto, and they like what I mean. So they're so
Okay, Carl. So you weren't born here, right? Do you own sneakers, Carl?
I got like one pair, like
Okay, and I have like maybe 3 pair, and
I
I'm
have
gonna show
3
you.
pairs.
I have I have some Converse that I wear. They're not expensive. I have 1 pair of expensive shoes that were given to me as a gift from one of my fans that saw me at a show, and he had some shoes on. I go, man, those shoes are dope, man. He said, I'll send you a pair. And he bought me a pair and had them mailed to my house. The reason I want you to show the Trump sneaker because they are almost the same style sneaker that Trump put out. Look at that. Now these shoes were very expensive, and this cat man sent them to me about maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I've worn these things maybe twice in this 8 years. They've been 6 or 7 years. They've been in my house. But when I saw the Trump sneaker, I just bust out laughing because it's the same damn
I bust
sneaker.
out laughing too.
But these are silver, and here's a gold with,
yeah.
but they're the same damn sneakers. But these things were expensive, man.
Probably made by Nike, the same people that make Jordans.
Let me
No,
show the
they're called Radali or something like that. I don't know. So I'm not into expensive shoes. So
let me
yeah.
show the Trump sneaker.
Why should we have to cut? Why should we have to cut his hair?
That's right. Got it. That's not. Here we go.
Oh, this is the first look at Trump's shoes right here. Crazy. Let me see the sides. Donald Trump has his own shoe. Yo, tell me about those a little bit. You know anything about them?
Bro, these right here, the friends and family, there's only 50 pairs made right here. All gold. You got the gold lace tips as well. Super fire. And low key, they're actually very comfortable. First ever Trump shoes.
Unbelievable.
I'm telling you, he probably had a black person design it and everything. And also, Carl, people view us the way the media portray us. We are stereotyped all around the map, and people ain't never been around us, been in our hood, or even felt what we felt. They just look and see what other people say or what the media say about us, and then they judge us like that.
But don't you think we have some responsibility?
Yeah, some people have responsibility that they have to, have accountability of doing the things that they do, but it's not all people, and I thank God that I have been around people where they took their children to the bookstores and we went to the library and it was black people in there, we did do read, but today, look, they're not even thinking about reading. They just, like he said, he's going to push his sneakers because he know that people like sneakers, but I don't think our people is that dumb. They special, they
But
not that dumb. Don't buy that sneaker.
But let me say hi to some people that commented. Donna, what's up, Donna? B Renee, P Wales, all from YouTube. P Wales says, don't forget the legacy of 206 years of enslavement, Jim Crow, and redlining. I always ask this question: how long are we gonna be saying this? I mean,
I agree with you, Carl. It comes a time where we got to stop using that. And he what he said is not. It's not. How do I say this? He's right, but it's a time that you got to stop using that excuse. I mean, yeah,
The system is
Jim Crow
racist.
screwed us up.
The system is racist. You know that. The system, we have systematic racism. So until that is cleaned up, we're not going to have no freedom like we're supposed to. You know that, y'all.
No, but I think he's talking about the mentality of these black kids looking, putting so much value on sneakers. That's
their parents.
Yeah.
It's their parents. It's the parents.
Yeah, because the parents is instilling. This is the sneaker you should have. This the fly sneaker. I'm not spending $200 and $300 on sneakers.
You're probably right, Tip, because I've seen
For children.
mothers buy their little children little Jordans that they're only going to be able to wear probably for a small time because kids grow fast, So I've seen little infants, they make Jordans for infants and toddlers, right? Believe it or not, yeah. So there's toddlers, there's 3-year-olds running around with Jordans on.
Yeah, but I think they like $40 to $20, $25, $30, but we talking about grown kids with $200-$300. We have to teach our children the value of money, and I'm not spending $300-$400, especially if I don't have it. So, and those shoes is like $400-$500, if I'm correct.
Yeah, the Trump shoes are, I think,
Yeah.
$499 for those. Yeah, $399, $499 for the Trump shoes. And like I said, he had a rapper come out and endorse them, and they're going to be wearing those shoes. I mean, black people can wear those shoes. You know,
I'm not
I'm
wearing
already
those
telling
shoes.
you right now, you're going to be on TikTok all week seeing black people sporting these shoes. What you won't see is Trump's racist white supporters wearing those shoes. You're not going to. I guarantee you won't see none of those racist white people wearing those shoes.
You don't think so?
No, I think you're going to see that brother that Carl just showed on the clip. People like him walking
So you're
around
gonna
talking
say
about,
only
I got
black
them
people's
Coke
gonna buy it. You
shoes.
don't think
You
that
see guys
white
like
people?
that. Racist white people ain't gonna buy that shit, man. Because they don't even wear. Come on, man. They go to Walmart and get their shoes. They don't spend no $400 on their damn shoes. Like
So,
I said, like Carl said. When do we take responsibility?
Right.
$1.3 billion in Air Jordan sales, right there.
Yeah.
1.3 billion
And
over. Michael Jordan
that
has
one
made
is
over $1.3 billion,
yeah.
and it says the number continues to climb yearly as Air Jordan revenues steadily increase.
so
And
Yeah.
should we just accept this is who we are? Are we? I
Uh,
heard somebody say black people are the entertainers of the world. Should we just accept that we are the entertainers of the world? Is that who our
I
culture?
wouldn't say entertainers of the world. We're the trailblazers of the world, and there's
yes.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing
And
wrong
the
being a
blood, sweat, and
trailblazer.
tears.
There's nothing wrong being a trailblazer because uh, we've done this. We've said this a million times on this show. We created all this shit. You know,
Yes.
all of this. The tennis shoes are popular because of us. Jazz is popular because of us. Rock and roll was popular because of us.
Yes. We gave
Rap
it
music,
soul.
rap music's popular because of us. There was a time when black people couldn't play sports like baseball and or basketball and
That's
football, but
right.
now those sports are popular because of us.
Yep.
Tiger
They knew
Woods
that
made
they can
made golf popular
capitalize.
again. I mean, you think I would ever watch a golf game if Tiger Woods never played? You think
Right.
I would watch a tennis match if the come on? Those games were boring as hell. They're still boring as hell, but we watch them people play because we want to see how good they are.
Yeah.
But so we
Uh,
are we're trailblazers, man. We've always our
Trendsetters,
fashion.
trailblazers. Yes.
We've always been the king of fashion, man. We've always been the best dressers, the best dancers. Look, Dick Clark tried to steal
Soul Train.
Don Cornelius Soul Train idea.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to buy him out, sell him out, and do everything to get rid of him. And they couldn't get rid of him, so they created this American Bandstand,
Mm-hmm.
which is a knockoff, right?
Yeah.
Where the Jacksons, they got the silver. The Osmonds. They've been fighting our ass from day one, bro. you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we are trailblazers. We're not the entertainers of the world, but we're the best at that too.
Yeah, but don't bite that apple, y'all, which is that sneaker. Do not try to get that daggone sneaker because
well,
I'm not messing with that sneaker.
Nicole Coates says we need people to buy those shoes so we know we can recognize who our enemies are. So I think that's
She's
the
not lying.
great. Yeah, buy the sneakers so when I look down at your feet, I see them sneakers. I
If
know.
I look down and see the big T,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you're a Trumpet, huh?"
You know what tripped me out about this whole sneaker thing is Trump is everything. It was a comedian a long time ago. Let me see who it was that made jokes about the first black president, and this was before Obama was even thought about being president, right? It was a black comedian. He did a whole skit on about the first black president. I think it was Robert Townsend, and everything he said was a stereotype of what white people would think black people would do if they got into the White
That's
House.
right.
Now, Obama made it to the White House and done none of that. Trump has done everything that black comedian said a black president would do. Have baby mamas, different wives, cheat on his wives, different children from different women, all the stereotypes that people say black people do. Penny shoes, now selling shoes. Now, what if Obama would have came out and started selling shoes? You know the backlash he would got
He
if this
would
was
have got a
Obama selling
big
tennis shoes.
backlash.
Yeah, he would
But
have got a major backlash. So Trump is doing all the stuff. He had his family working at the White House. He got all his family jobs, all his boys' jobs, and put them on the payroll, taking all these vacations on American people's dime. He's doing all the stuff that we were told a black guy would do if he ever got to the White
because
House.
he
Trump is
got skin protection. You heard what Paul Mooney said.
Got to
You
come
have people that just got
for
the
the
skin
protection.
protection. He's doing it because he know he can do it. He know he can do it. And we just sit back. That's why I be laughing, because I'll be laughing. I can't believe it. Just the stuff that come out his mouth. I'm like, people just don't get, this man is off the hook. He's off the hook.
P Wheels from YouTube says we buy $400 sneakers and they buy guns and bullets.
Oh,
That is true.
That's true. That is
ding,
true.
ding, 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 ding.
They
That is true.
the ammunition, and and we seem to but who are if somebody had never been to America and they ask you, Kevin, what's it like to be black? Or I mean, like, people are like black people can't be different kind. You know what I mean? Like, why is this? If somebody say you're acting black, that means you're acting, ratchet. I mean, they have all kinds of black people, all kinds of, white, all kinds of Asians. They got ratchet Asians. They got, but for
It's
some
just a
reason,
slang. It's just a slang, because like you said, it's all nationalities have their negative and their positive. They just want to. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I be saying to people? I be like, stop acting light skinned.
so,
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Light skin is back in. Wesley Snipes and messed up. Oh, the barge is back. Eric
I got
Benet.
that from a comedian named Rashid. God bless his soul. And he was trying to talk to my homegirl. She was light skinned. She was all uppity and stuff. He was like, I know you're not acting light skinned. We all passed out. So, yeah, that's the only thing I say.
That's funny.
I mean, because I'm getting back to I guess those people would always Fox News and people like that think like Fox News will always see black people as
Negatively.
Yeah, it would never change.
Do you
Yeah.
expect anything else? And we always gonna have a side eye for white people. You know why? Because y'all steal stuff. Like people off of islands and countries, and I gotta grab my pocketbook every time I see you. No, but I'm just saying, just the way they don't have positive feelings about us, and that shows through their media, how they portray us. So that's why I tell people, be careful when you watching these medias. You got to put your 2 and 2 together. Use your common sense, because I'm telling you right now, this internet and this social media is one-sided. Nobody balance out anything. They're already just taking sides, or they very negative, or don't think about the other person's side. It can be very negative.
All right, the bigger question is, though, real quickly. All right, so Trump said these racist things at a convention. Now, when you heard all this laughter and applause and laughter when he talked about the black people, I could see the black people. Those were black people laughing. He was at a black.
Those are the ones you need to watch out for.
He was
Those
at. He was
poor
at. He was speaking.
raccoons.
Yeah, he's speaking to black people at that conference when he made that speech. That room was
That's not
90% black
funny.
people.
That's not funny. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm laughing to keep from crying, because it's very sad that us as people, he can be on a broad platform and sit there and disrespect black people, and they really think it's okay. You
Yeah,
understand?
they're laughing at him. They were laughing, applauding, and kissing his
This is
ring
stupid.
and kissing his feet. Yeah, that's crazy. That's where we have a problem, Carl. We have a problem that because Trump can never stand up in front of a group of Jewish people and make jokes about Jewish people like that. He can never do that for a group of Asians. He can't even go to a gay convention and make gay jokes to gay people. But he
He
can
don't have
stand up
to. He's
there,
white.
but he can stay there and stand in front of a group of 400, 500 black people and do racist jokes, and black people applaud and laugh, and
You
then they're
said
gonna
400
vote,
to
and
500
they're
black
gonna
people.
vote for him, and they're gonna pull the lever for the dude come November 8th. What the F is wrong with us?
But the reason is he can do that, and Dr. Umar said this and I was like, I'm glad he said it. People can look around and see we have no power. We have no power. We have no real power. We have
We
no.
do have power. We don't. We have power. We
We have
nobody
to
spends.
create our
Nobody.
power.
Nobody. You know what? It's Black History Month right now, and he's doing this during Black History Month. He has black people. He's put out sneakers for black people. He's
In
he's
Black
making
History
jokes
Month.
about black people during Black History Month. Let me
But
tell you about power. Let me tell you about power. Call. We have power. The guy on my shirt right here, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would, if he was sitting here right now and you said that, he would probably, in much
let
better,
me explain. Let
much
me.
much better words than I can use, would explain to you our power.
When I say we have no power, I mean like financial power.
Yes.
99.9%. If there's any black person watching the show right now and they have an interview tomorrow for a job, there's 100% chance they're gonna go sit in front of a white person.
Right.
That is
100%
true.
That's
chance.
why we have to create our own power.
So that's what I mean by they look around. We don't own banks. We don't own like I'm sounding like Dr.
We have power. Nobody in the United States of America spend more money than us. We're the biggest consumers. We're the biggest spenders
But
in the world.
we're not doing anything. And I mean, we have all this power, but what are we doing? But that's why
That's why I said we
I'm
got to
explaining
create
to
it.
you, Kevin. This is why they're not afraid of us. That's why they can talk shit to us. Because what are we gonna do? We're not gonna go to work tomorrow and say I'm gonna fire all the white people in my company because we have no company. I'm not gonna. I can't say anything that Jeff Bezos can get up tomorrow morning and say two statements and move the stock market either up or down. Elon Musk can do the same thing. Make a couple statements. To me, that's power. Mark Zuckerberg. These people can just say a few words and the market goes up, it goes down. I mean, they
Because they
create
got money and they're white.
right. They create all these thousands of jobs and they employ thousands of people, and you know what I mean. But we collectively we have power, but we do nothing with it. It's almost like it's just sitting there doing nothing.
It's like we don't know that we have the power, but we don't know that we can do so much with our power.
So I'm explaining this is why Donald Trump can say this, because those white people that are laughing know I can get up and go to work tomorrow. My boss ain't black. So I can say what I want. I can laugh at whoever I want. I don't have to depend on black people for nothing. Nothing I have to depend on black people for. So we can say anything to them and they have to take it.
Hmm.
We, on the other hand, we can't do that. Right? We gotta whisper, We gotta whisper and I was talking to a friend of mine the other day and we were talking and the topic of white people came up and he started whispering and I was like, why you gotta He's like, Carl, these are white people. Like, dude, why you
Remember, Carl, I told this story years ago. I think we were doing our podcast, The Five Black Comics. I told the story about Harlem Nights. They were filming the movie Harlem Nights with Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Arsenio Hall, and they
Yes.
were in Red Fox. They were in Eddie Murphy's office at I think Paramount Studios in Los Angeles, and they were all in the office. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Arsenio Hall, and
Legends.
they were all legends and all they were all talking smack about the white man and the Jews, and Richard Pryor looks around and goes, "Why are we whispering?" All that power and
Yeah,
fame and money in that room,
and
and they
they
were still whispering.
yeah,
Those guys, Eddie Murphy at the time was the biggest star in the world.
yeah.
Richard Pryor, super legend. Arsenio Hall was the man at the time. Red Fox, legend, living legend. And
They didn't want to
they're
make
they're
white
in there
men dead.
they're in there talking shit about the white man. White man ain't this. White man ain't shit. White man, Paramount. Why we whispering? Because they were whispering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Because the white man has the power and
they
they
had the
Yes,
power.
and they sign some of their checks for their production,
right.
for the distributions. So they have to be quiet because they don't want to ruffle no feathers. How about the old ones that used to be talking about the behind closed doors and then be like, "Hey, boss, how you doing,
Yeah.
boss? How you feeling?"
Arsenio Hall was warned not to bring Louis Farrakhan onto the show for an interview. And if you watch the interview, the minister was very positive, kicking
Yes.
knowledge. And Arsenio, like, this guy is speaking, he's not bashing anybody. He's just talking about
He got
uplifting
in
our community.
trouble. Yeah.
He's talking about trouble. He lost his show. He was
Yeah.
off. He had the #1 rated show in the country, and that show mysteriously just, you got to go, done. They pulled the plug on him because he brought the Minister Farrakhan on the show.
Yeah,
He
because
lost
that
it. He
was too
lost his show. He
provoking.
lost
Yeah.
his show over that.
That was too provocative. That was too
So
much.
you know what he told them
Enforcement.
when they told him not to bring Louis Farrakhan? He goes, "This is my damn show. I bring who I want on this show."
And then he found out whose show it was.
Facts. That's right.
Ding.
Because he didn't have any power. Which
No
is my point.
power.
He didn't
He
have
thought he did. He thought he did, but he didn't.
Once they
Right.
own your name and your likeness, you're done.
Like Kanye thought he had power, right? Because
Yeah.
he had a 1 billion in assets. He figured, I got power. I can say what I want. That billion dwindled to 400 million, and he quickly found out. 400 million is still a lot of money, but you lose half your wealth. You know what I mean? The people that made you lose half your wealth have power.
Yeah.
People are not even in the entertainment industry, right? People from the J Crew, they all came together and said, you know what? We're gonna show this guy. They stomp all over anyone that dares challenge them. But
Okay. You see
we
what's
don't
going
do
on
that.
with Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Wendy Williams. She's
Yeah, we send love to her. I can't even watch it. I don't even think I'm going to watch the documentary, but that's what she's going through right now. When somebody owns your name and your likeness, that's it. You done. They own you. You understand? They own you.
I thought she was just sick. I didn't know there was a lot of other stuff going on.
There's a lot of other stuff dealing with her business, dealing with the show. You see, it got canceled. It's a lot of stuff that went on. But like I said, when you sign them contracts and you owe them, that's it. It's nothing that you can do. That's why you got to be careful what you sign.
Gina, what's up, Gina? Gina's inviting us to come live with her.
Oh,
we'll be there.
Where?
Gina said we should just leave the country and go somewhere where we are respected. Where would that?
Where's
Where would
that
that
at?
be?
Because
Where
I'm
the hell is
kind of
that?
scared.
Where would
We
that?
can't go to Africa because Africans don't like us out, don't like our ass
Yeah.
either.
I'm good right here in good old America.
Yeah.
Asians are racist towards us. Where's that person?
I'm good with America.
Italians
I
don't
can
like
deal with these racist whites. We
Italians
made
don't
them.
like our ass. Italians are racist towards us. And
Yeah,
Gina, I
I'm
think
good
Gina's
right here.
Italian, but
Thank you. We can
Gina,
visit.
is Gina, you Italian? I think she's Italian. But she's cut from a different cloth because most Italians don't like black people.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can come because they make nice food, but I need to see them make it in front of my face.
Oh, they do got some good food over there. I've been to Italy. They got some amazing food over there.
Yeah. So I don't know, Gina, tell us what country is that. Where's a country we can go to and get respect?
Yeah, and then we got to be careful hanging out with Gina too because we don't want them to think that we kidnapped her.
That's funny.
Like, are you okay? Blink twice if you hurt.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up the Fox News segment.
Fox.
There's nothing we can do to change their mind.
Yeah.
I meet white people like that a lot. I'm sure Kevin and Tiffany, I'm sure you've been having a conversation with a person, and you can tell they're scared while they're talking to you. You can see the fear in their eyes and their whole demeanor, and they're trying to smile and I asked myself, am I creating this? I'm being cordial, I'm smiling, I'm talking like a normal human being, and they're still scared.
Mm-hmm.
So
before I'm sorry, go ahead, Carl. My bad.
I
was gonna say before we get off the Fox thing, man, real quickly, the guy that was talking about the tennis shoes on Fox News, he is Fox black expert analyst. That's what they called him. No, I'm serious. I'm not making that up. He is considered the Fox black analyst. They didn't even get a black guy to do this. They got a white guy who is a black expert. They got a white guy who's an expert on black people. That was his title.
Person can be an expert on us.
On Fox News, you can.
That's why I don't watch Fox News like that. And
but
please,
and this is what I'm asking earlier. Like, who are the real? Why do they think like ghetto people are the true black people?
But that's what they were taught, Carl, in their house, in their homes. They don't know us. They don't be around us. They're listening to what other people are talking or what they're portraying on Fox News.
Everybody's taught that, Carl. You were taught that before you came to this country.
That
Okay,
All the foreigners, all most foreigners that come to this country from other countries that come to America
and look at us
are
different.
taught that we are, are the characters from the movie Boys and Men.
yeah,
Okay, boys in the
boys in the hood.
hood.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Boys
that
in the Hood.
that is true. I
So
mean,
you
that's the only image we have. You know what I mean?
okay, and that's what white people got of us.
But they
They
live in
don't
the
know
same.
us.
But here,
That's not the only image you have. That's the only image that people want to believe, because you have images of Dr. King. You have images of all the other positive black people that walk this country. They just choose to. There's lots of black people that are just not even famous, just hardworking black people, fathers and mothers who get up every day and go to work, take care of their families.
but here,
There's lots of black people who run businesses. There's black
Yeah, but they're
doctors,
not
black
going to promote
lawyers.
that. They just promote negativity.
but here's my
That's what I'm
argument.
saying.
Though my
Huh?
argument, my argument is white people live among black people in this country for how many years, and you have learned nothing. I mean, I'm
They
coming.
don't choose to learn.
But these people live with among black people for all this time, and you have learned zero, nothing.
Not all the time, Carl. Not all the time. Not
Actually,
all the time.
there was a statistic out that most white people don't live around black people.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Not
Most
all the
white people
time. They
don't
don't live
have black
around us.
friends. Most white people don't even have black people in their lives unless they go to work, and they're like the lady at
Yeah.
CVS might not even be around black people until she gets to the CVS and starts ringing up people at the counter.
Yes.
Then they go back to their neighborhood where it's an all white neighborhood.
All white. Yes.
All their friends. When I perform on stage, I bring people up on stage for my routine, some of my routines, and I bring a white lady up on stage, and I go, uh, um, "Your first time touching a black guy?" She goes, "Yes." You know, it shocks me
Yeah,
that this
Yeah.
is actually her first time shaking hands with a black guy.
Right.
You don't
Right.
know how many times I hear that as I travel this country,
I
and I do that bit
believe.
every weekend on stage. And 9 out of 10, I got some white women on stage that's never touched a black guy before. Like, how's that
And
even possible?
and you making a difference because you letting them see that you're human, that you're real, your
Well, that's one of
skin
my
don't
jokes.
peel.
That's one of my jokes. I say we're different than the 11 o'clock news. So
Yes.
yeah. So I mean, it's her first time touching a black guy, and the audience laugh and applaud that. But it's crazy that I got some woman on stage that's in her 40s and she's never even shook hands with a black guy before.
Yeah.
So
And you know we
they
don't
don't live
invite them
around.
to the cookout. So
They don't live in our world. They don't live in our world.
they
okay,
don't.
but look, but here's my thing also. Look how many black I lived in Barbados. I mean, I saw white people as tourists. You know, what I mean, and
Different
there are
stories.
other islands and the people in Africa who, but when they see white people for the first time, they first thought isn't anything like, oh my God, like to be afraid. You know what I mean? Your first thought isn't to be afraid of, of white people. Like,
Oh, you talking about y'all? Y'all wasn't afraid because it's in your DNA to obey the white slave master.
you know, I'm saying I don't understand how people can live in the same country, and I don't understand it. I mean,
No, but
I understand, but I don't understand.
yeah, but
Because
I understand what you're saying. But to be honest, like where I live at is multicultural, and I'm gonna be honest. I think they put some of the Jewish people in the Jewish building, like more in Jewish building, or they have white sprinkle. But we was always in a surrounded of a melting pot. But a lot of people, white people, don't come into our neighborhood. They're just coming into our neighborhood now since we're doing the gentrification. I'm seeing more white people downtown Brooklyn than I ever saw in my whole entire life. You understand what I'm saying? You normally see your white people in Manhattan, not on Bedford Avenue, not on Fulton Street. It's like they're all over the place. And like I said, when I see them, I grab my pearls.
Yeah.
I was driving in New Jersey yesterday evening. I'm in New Jersey on my way to a venue I was performing at in Toms River, New Jersey. Toms River, New Jersey. And I'm driving down the street. I'm looking. There's these huge mansions on each side of the street, and this wasn't like no side street. This was like a main road, and there's $1 million homes all the way down this road. And I'm looking, and then I noticed all the people walking in that neighbor in this on these streets were Orthodox Jews. They had
Yeah,
on the
the
all
Jewish
black
area.
outfit that they wear, the all black that they wear. I don't know what they call their garb. I don't want to offend them, but they're wearing all black. They got the beards and the big giant hats that they
It's
wear.
the signature wear.
Yeah, okay. And it was just they were everywhere. And I'm like, wait a minute, these
Yep.
fuckers live in these houses.
Yep.
I'm driving, I'm like, that's who own all these big $1 million homes. Because
Yeah,
that's the whole
they
neighborhood was them. So my point is, there ain't no black people in that neighborhood.
not at all.
It's their neighborhood. All those mansions were owned by Orthodox Jews. It looked like that's all I saw walking the streets with their kids. It was beautiful out yesterday, walking with your kids and going. And I'm like, wow. I'm just driving, and I don't even think
They
any
have
white
their
people that
own areas. They go in
yeah,
their own areas, and
We
yeah.
we too. We're gonna wrap this up just a second, but we too can have all of that.
Oh yes,
In
we already do.
yes, we got it.
Mitchellville, Maryland, is one of the. If you Google it, one of the that's where all rich black people live at. All black people there, well off black people live in Mitchellville, Maryland. Most black residents there make over $300,000 a year. Those are $1 million homes down there. I mean, we have our rich
but,
neighborhoods.
but you think those are black people that own their own business, or black people who are
Yeah,
working?
they're black people that have worked in the government for years and done
Yeah,
right with their
or
money and
they
their credit.
doctors,
They're
lawyers.
doctors and lawyers and people that have businesses. Yeah, I have friends in Mitchellville, Maryland that are
I know
business
people that
owners.
got big houses. My
Yeah,
friend mother got a house that's worth 2 point something million dollars in Flatbush. And she owned the house for almost 40 years, and she's a West Indian woman. So yes, they have them. It's not like we black
yeah,
people don't
yeah.
have
So
it.
we
We
have
have it.
neighborhoods where black people are doing real well. I forgot the neighborhood in Atlanta. Outside in Atlanta, I can't think of it right now off the top of my mouth, but black people there is one of the wealthiest areas for black people in Atlanta. So black people live in large, man. Don't get it twisted.
And white people would be mad too. You see what they did with Black Wall Street when they saw us all doing well. They went inside their houses and stole their good shit
Well, they can't do
because
that
they
now.
were jealous.
I know lots of black people are doing well, but this is the hill I will die on, and I want to see black people owning businesses and hiring black people. That's what I want to see.
Well, you 100% right. But I went to the Carolinas and I went to 2 black owned businesses and they had nothing but white. They had at least 3 to 4 white people working in there. Now, do you think that's okay? Because I was kind of confused.
That mean that they have white people working there?
Yes.
Hey, I went to a Japanese steakhouse and the guy that cooked my food was Spanish. So
But did you
and
see
I was
him?
pissed. I was like, wait a
Did you
minute.
see him or
That
he was
Spanish
behind the
guy
scenes?
fixing my food in front of me. You know, we have
Oh, the hibachi.
yeah.
Hibachi. Okay.
Spanish guy comes over and I'm like, I want a Japanese guy. I want a Spanish guy. I want a Japanese guy cooking my shit.
Ah. All right, Tiffany, what are you going to talk about next?
I wanted to talk about the young men. When you have white people telling us what to do with our hair, and they actually punished this young man. Let me get his name.
Show a couple of videos because I have some videos, and then
Okay, yeah, Daryl George. His name is Daryl George. He's 18. He's from Barber Hill School, and they actually suspended him for having locks, which his locks was pinned up. Is nothing hanging, but they still suspended him, and they lost their case. They said they're going to stick to their
Wow.
their choice,
Lost
and
the case.
I would
Wow.
take him out of the school.
Wow. Yeah.
Let's
I
go to
wouldn't want to
Texas
be.
now, where a judge just ruled in a case about a black student's fight to keep his hairstyle. NBC's Morgan Chesky is live in Dallas. The student, Daryl George, has been out of the classroom, I think, for the better part of a year now. What was the decision?
Yeah, Chris, I want to read you the judge's words exactly here, saying that the district's policy, that being Barber Hill District outside of Houston, does not prohibit nor does it discriminate against male students who wear braids, locks, or twists, adding the Crown Act does not render unlawful those portions of Barber Hill's dress code. Those were the judge's words earlier today, just a short time ago, in fact, in the case of Daryl George, this 18-year-old high school junior who hasn't been able to sit in class with the rest of his classmates, Chris, because the district says that even though he wears his hair up in locks, if it's let down, it would violate the school's policy. And so in turn, he is now suspended, and the judge siding with the district, saying that their stance on that does not violate Texas's Crown Act, which was enacted back in September of 2023 to try and prevent race-based hair discrimination. More than 20 other states have adopted similar policies, and the family, we've already heard from them, Chris, they do plan to appeal. We have not heard directly from them on camera, but we know that a Texas state rep supporting them today had this to say following that judge's ruling. Take a listen.
I think we've got to remember that this is about Daryl, and to see that young man crying, he didn't understand. We couldn't explain it to him. We tried to explain it to him. He just wants to learn, and he just wants to be normal. His mom was so physically shaken. Like, I was worried about her. Are you okay? Do I need to get you some water? Please pray for this family.
And we did have a chance to hear from that 18-year-old prior to today's court hearing, where he shared that he was angry that this fight has to continue on despite policies such as the Crown Act being enacted as recently as last fall. Again, the family says they plan to appeal, but no date has been set on when this ongoing legal saga will resume here. Chris? Says they plan to appeal, but no date has been set on when this ongoing legal
That's sad, you know, that he can't go to school because he was suspended because of his hair, and still they're standing by. Now that's racist, you know, and I think Gina put in the comments, me being a professional hairstylist for over 24 years. Those is locks. His hair is locked, but they braid the locks up to make sure they are pinned up. So that's what he has in his hair. His hair is pinned up because he wanted to respect. I mean, I think it's some type of they want you to make sure the hair is not hanging or anything like that. So I will remove my son from the school, and I will continue to fight for the Crown Act for other students in the future. Because that's sad that he's being judged because of his hair, not for him learning.
Well, they said his hair because of the length of his hair, but his hair is pinned up. So I don't. It reminds me of when they cut the locks off of that black kid that was arrested.
What? I wanted to fight.
Yeah.
I hated that call. They sat there and cut all his hair off for a game or something. Was wrestling or something?
Yeah, he was wrestling.
I would have been there. I would have braided his hair up and made it where he could have still put that cap on and he didn't have to cut his hair. But they wanted to cut his hair, and that's sad. And I feel bad for the mother. But to be honest, only thing she has to do is remove her son and go to another school. You don't have to be there, but still fight, you know, for other young people. You know, he can be an advocate for this because his hair's pinned up. You see, it's not hanging or nothing. It was braided up.
I mean, like the comedian Godfrey said, and then Godfrey, shout out to Godfrey, who goes hard for Black people 100% of the time, 100% of the year. They just don't like Black people.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
It's the system.
You know, everything we do bothers them. The way we walk, the way we talk. You know, they like to make fun of. They always say, "I heard Black people can't say the word ask." You know, so what? So we say the same thing in the Caribbean. We don't say ask and with emphasis on the K. We say ask. Ask me a question. Ask. You know, oh, the black people say ask. You know, like it's okay. So what? Will that make me an idiot now because you know,
I don't be listening to them.
rednecks have their own slang. You know what I mean?
Yes, they do.
But it's just something about us that annoys people. You know, the fact that we exist annoys people.
And the only thing we want to do is survive.
you know, so there's nothing we can do. The hair, if it wasn't his hair, it would have been something else.
Something else, yeah.
You know what I mean? They would have found something else. You know what I mean? His grades were good. He's doing well in school. And the length of the hair is BS because it's pinned up. So, so we know what's going on there. And, you know, we're gonna keep fighting the fight. And Gina, this is why we can't leave America, because we have to stay here and fight the good fight.
Okay, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
And we have rights here.
Yeah. We're not leaving. Because that's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want.
Well, yeah, I don't think they really want it. Then they won't have nobody to pick on.
Okay.
Well, the Dominicans who think they're white, they'll find out. They'll find out.
They will.
Yeah, no, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tiffany, you wanted to talk about some women in
Okay. So I came across now you heard about the passport bros. They have passport sisters, okay? Where you having these single women, they're going over to Africa to start a new life, to do something different. And some of them are single or they find men when they get there. But a lot of them are now being targeted. And the only reason why I'm bringing it to, y'all can Google it, look it up. I think her name was Aja Africa. She was the latest that just passed away. Mysteriously. She is the 6th woman that has mysteriously died in Gambia. And that's very sad that women that is coming over or families, they are coming over to start a new life and they're getting murdered in the motherland. And it's sad because I really think that a lot of our African brothers and sisters don't like us. Or remember, must be something that's going on over there. Remember, they come from poverty. A lot of them are suffering. You understand? So they looking for Americans for money, because that's one of the things the lady said. She said, as soon as you step off the plane, especially as a single woman, they looking at money. You must got money. You coming from America, you come in here and you become a target. And then they target you. So I'm saying to all the women and people that are going over to other countries, Africa, please be on point. Don't go over there by yourself. Don't go over there not knowing what's going on. Go with a few people. Check it out before you go, because you don't want to be a target or wind up hurt or even sick. Remember, their health care is not like matter of fact, they're not like America, okay? Be careful. You just got to say that, but it's just really sad, and we want to send our condolences out. Y'all can look it up. It's all over YouTube. Women that are unalived in Gambia, they coming up unalive because they're going down there and they getting with these men and getting with certain situations, or they're getting robbed, for their money and stuff, and it's just really sad.
Yeah, well, I guess the passport sisters are going to different countries for the same reason the passport bros are, I guess. Excuse me.
Yeah, for love.
For love, and so I don't know what's going on in America. Why, there's millions and millions and millions of people in America, and you can't find one.
I'm not going all the way across the miles to go find somebody. I don't care. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. But sometimes people can go abroad. I'm scared. I went to Mexico when I was scared. They didn't have police cars. They had tanks, army tanks. I was like this.
Yeah, it's different, man. I've been to countries like that where you see now in America, because our police forces are getting a little bit more militant. I mean, military vehicles and stuff like that. But I remember back in the day flying over to a foreign country and going through the airport and seeing police officers with like long machine guns. I'm like, what the hell is this? Our police officers didn't have machine guns back then. In the early '90s. Well, you walk to the airport in Seoul, Korea, and they got freaking rifles and stuff. Like, what the hell? So it's pretty scary when you go to other places and see. Now in this country got everything now. They got tanks and all sorts of stuff now. So
Yeah.
we're
And
getting
I
there.
don't think we should go on vacation and feel scared or somebody's going to try to hurt you or take advantage of you. You want to go and have fun and, so just beware, ladies, beware, men, because it's not only when women that are coming up unalive. It's a couple of they said a couple of passport bros has passed away
I
in
heard,
the past year.
yeah, a couple of passport bros got robbed and murdered in
Yes.
Brazil, I think
Y'all
it was.
going over there to these people countries. They don't like Americans. Y'all better keep your ass.
Because
Sure don't.
when you go to a foreign country, you stick out. Even though you think you might look regular, like when I lived in Barbados, I can tell when somebody was, even though they were black, you can tell they're not from Barbados.
Yes. Yeah.
Just the look and the way you walk and you're looking around, and especially if you got a camera and you're looking, you just have a different look. So
It's a look, yes.
you're an easy target. When I go back to Barbados, people tell me I can tell that you haven't been here in a long time because you just don't fit in, with the
Americanized, Carl. You one of us now.
You're half a Yankee. You're half Yankee.
Carl get his Barbados card reject.
Yeah, they pulled my Bajan card. Yeah.
Oh, you're still Bayesian, baby.
Oh, Kevin sent me this video of James Baldwin, and I want to show it because it really, it probably goes to what what's the brother on YouTube said. What's his name?
I love James Baldwin. That's why I said that. That man is amazing.
P. Wales on YouTube, he had said that don't forget the legacy of 206 years of enslavement, Jim Crow, and redlining. So James Baldwin said something that really hits home.
It's not the world that was my oppressor only, because what the world does to you is the world does it to you long enough and effectively enough, you begin to do it to yourself. You become a collaborator, an accomplice of your own murderers, because you believe the same things they do. They think it's important to be white, and you think it's important to be white. They think it is shameful to be black, and you think it is shameful to be black. And you have no corroboration around you of any other sense of life. All those corroborations which are around you are, in terms of the white majority standards, so deplorable, they frighten you to death. You don't eat watermelon. You get so rigid you can't dance. You can hardly move by the time you're 14. You're always scrubbed and shining. A parody of God knows what, because no white person's ever been, as clean as you have been forced to become.
Yeah, that's true.
And you got somehow to begin to break out of all of that and try to become yourself.
Was that Nikki Giovanni he was talking to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically, he said you're told over and over and over again that you're nothing, you're no good, you're this, you're bad, you're a robber, you're a killer, you're whatever. Eventually, you start to believe it.
Yeah.
You know what happens when that eventually you go out and you spend $400 on tennis shoes so you can feel good.
I spent $200 on these Jordans for my birthday, and I'm still traumatized. I told them they need to bury me in it.
You bought some Jordans. You have some Jordans? I've never owned a pair of Jordans in my life. I'm in my late 50s, ladies and gentlemen, and I've never owned a pair of Jordans. And I never will unless somebody gives them to me.
I just bought them last year, 2 years ago.
I've never been into expensive tennis shoes, and they don't impress me. I can't even imagine spending $400 on a pair of shoes. I just can't even. It's not even in my,
I was
in my DNA.
To do it.
Wow. Well, good for you. And Michael Jordan appreciated it too, by the way.
I told you they're gonna bury me in them shoes. Watch.
Kevin has said we should show some love to Betty Shabazz, the wife of Malcolm X.
What, today's her birthday? Something?
No, just Black History Month, and she, she
Oh,
don't get enough. She don't get
Betty.
enough love, man. She was an amazing woman, and she took care of those kids while Malcolm was out doing that work. And
Yeah.
I don't think she gets enough love for the work she put in, and she doesn't get the love that Coretta Scott King get, stuff like that. And I saw Joanne Reed from MSNBC posted a post about her, and I sent it to Carl. So yeah.
All right. So I've heard of Betty Shabazz, but I never like Kevin said, I know a lot more about Coretta Scott King than I do about Betty Shabazz.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
She
that's
taught at Mega Evans College
Yeah.
in
Yes, he
Brooklyn.
did. Yeah. Both amazing women. Both amazing women. But yeah,
Yes.
give Betty Shabazz some love, everybody. It's Black
We
History
have to
Month.
honor her. First of all, to see her man killed in front of her while she's pregnant with her children, that's
Yeah.
horrible to have to see. And to all that had a hand in it, because that a lot of stuff is coming up now about what happened and who had a hand in it. And let me tell you, I think it was just the anniversary of Malcolm X's death just recently.
Yes.
So we want to honor her. We want to salute her and her children. Her daughters that is still keeping the legacy going on. They was just at the Audubon Ballroom just recently. One of their his bodyguards finally came out and was saying, I think he's like 80 something years old, and he finally came out and was saying how they locked them up to keep them away from certain things. So, it's coming out there. Everything is coming out there, but we definitely honor Miss Betty Shabazz.
Welcome back to Black Women in History, where I talk about a different Black woman every day for February and March. Let's talk about Betty Shabazz. Betty Dean Saunders was born May 28th, 1934 to teenage parents and spent her childhood in Detroit. When she was 11 years old, she moved in with Lorenzo and Helen Malloy, who were local activists and business owners who organized boycotts against stores who discriminated against African Americans. She studied at the Tuskegee Institute, and in 1953, she studied nursing at Brooklyn State College. In 1955, she was invited to a dinner party at the Nation of Islam's temple in Harlem. She converted to the Nation of Islam in 1956 and changed her last name to X to represent the loss of her African ancestry. She married Malcolm X January 14th, 1958 in Michigan and had 6 daughters. In 1964, the family left the Nation of Islam and changed their last name to Shabazz and became Sunni Muslims. On February 21st, 1965, her husband was assassinated at the Abu Ballroom while Betty and her daughters were in the audience. Shabazz never remarried and was financially aided by the royalties from the autobiography of Malcolm X and other publications about her husband. In 1969, Shabazz completed her undergraduate degree at Jersey City State College. She got a doctoral degree in higher education and administration from the University of Massachusetts. She was the Associate Professor of Health Sciences at Medgar Evers College, where she worked as an administrator and a fundraiser. In 1997, Shabazz's grandson, Malcolm, set a fire to her apartment, and she died from her wounds June 23rd, 1997.
I didn't know that's how she died.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, she died.
her son was going, her grandson, which his name is Malcolm Shabazz. He was going through something. He wasn't living with his mother at the time, and he wanted to go to his mother. So he how children do stuff to cry out, and he burned something and didn't think it was going to burn the whole house down. And it wound up his grandmother trying to save them, and she wound up getting burned, and she wound up dying. And then he wound up dying a couple of years later. He was killed in Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's sad, man. Wow. It's a way to go like that, man. All she been through and died at the hands of her grandson.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me, man.
Because he
Real
wanted
quickly,
to be with his mother.
I want to give a shout out to Eric Mays. I don't know much about Eric Mays. He's been trending.
Eric Mays.
Eric Mays is an outspoken councilman in Flint, Michigan. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Well, I'm a conspiracy theorist. They said he died of natural causes. Hey,
I don't know. His
that's
mouth
all.
was too
That's all I'm
loud.
saying. Hey,
I loved him. He was no nonsense.
yes, he was. That's
He
what
did
I've been
not play no
reading.
games with no one. Black, white, Asian, Chinese. He didn't care. He's gonna read you.
And and they're saying he died at the age of 65 of natural causes, but some people aren't really buying that natural cause. I'm gonna do some more reading on Earth Maze tonight and find out. They got a couple of videos on YouTube. Some people aren't really thinking he died of natural causes, but that's what they're saying. But you're outspoken and you're black in this country, you put yourself at risk, for anything, So maybe he
Yeah,
did die of natural causes. I hope so. I hope he wasn't taken out, but he ruffled a few feathers.
a few.
Yeah, he ruffled some feathers with his, being an outspoken black man in this country could be dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
So it
But
can be
you
dangerous.
better believe it. If they did come for him, he cursed their ass to his last breath. Cause he
Yeah.
was wild. Yo, Carl, he was wild, Carl.
When they go low, I go lower. And so far it done worked. And I'll be 64 in September. If you want to play with a child or want to play a game, go to Toys R Us. I'm not the one. Thank you.
Is there any other discussions?
Wow.
I'm not the one.
I
Go to
like
Toys
that
R
line.
Us.
You want to play with go to Toys R Us.
Okay,
Like
I'm not the one.
Oh my goodness, that was great.
We salute him. Carl, did you heard of a group called Morgan Heritage? Your thing is on mute.
I'm sorry. Well, who's Morgan Heritage?
Morgan Heritage. They are a Jamaican group. They reggae artists. One of the lead singers died today. His name is Peter Morgan. It's like a whole family of artists that very well known. So if you check it out. You probably heard many of their songs.
Probably, but I know a Denroy Morgan that's a singer from Jamaica, but I've never.
That could be the family. I think that's the son. His son's a family or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they Mortgage Heritage. Yeah.
Oh. All right, so we're gonna get ready to wrap it up, but we're gonna have some fun before we go. What makes you happy, Tiffany?
You said what makes me happy?
Yeah, what makes you happy? Like people see us on this show and they say our show is kind of intense. They don't seem to think we know how to have fun.
Our life is intense. Us as being black people, period, our life is intense. But you know what? We know how to make the crying into laughter. You know how to laugh and have fun still regardless. So I hope our listeners don't think that we don't have no fun.
Love to see black people doing fun stuff and having a good time together.
Oh, I love having fun.
That makes me I do. I mean, seriously, I do love to see, and I get really sad when I see black people killing each other and arguing. And when I see these videos on social media with black people fighting, and and especially when I see the videos where mothers are bringing their daughters to fight other daughters, and I mean, kick her ass, fuck her up, beat her ass, and that whole
it's toxic. And let me tell you something. Some of them end toxic too. Some of them lose their life. Some of them lose their parents' life because of that. So please think before you do these things, people.
Yeah. So this is a video. There's four sisters total, and they've been dancing. I've been watching them for probably a year or so on social media, and their dances are pretty awesome.
We don't own the rights to the music.
No, we don't own the rights to this music. This is for educational purposes only, entertainment purposes only. We don't own anything about this music. But whenever I watch I get a big smile and I feel good.
Let's see, Carl.
When I see these sisters.
All this love waiting just for you. I just gotta
Yeah, that's
And
Jay.
they're
Don't walk
dressed
away from me,
so
boy.
classy, and they're dressed so classy. I'm so impressed with how they're dressed.
That's how we dressed back in the days. When I saw that video, it made me take me right back to the 90s. We didn't dress all half naked and stuff. Everybody was dancing. We wanted to be in a group. We had fun. I really enjoyed those young ladies. I saw that earlier this week.
I was super impressed with how classy, and if you go and you watch all their videos, they're all dressed very classy. Goes to their parents, whoever their parents
Yes.
are. I'm 100% sure their parents are responsible for the amount of class those young girls have, and very, very talented. You know, and I don't know if showing skin sells records. I don't know if there's any
You
research.
know it sells records. Sex sells, Carl.
Oh, I don't know.
Just Carl. Do you see them out there
Kevin,
twerking?
if you had to buy a box of cornflakes and there was a half naked Halle Berry on the front and it was Magic Johnson on the front, which box of cornflakes would you buy?
I'm not buying it because somebody got the cooties on them cornflakes. I'm not. I didn't know you had to sell ass to get cornflakes. No, I'm not.
So Jennifer Hudson is a great singer, but she's not considered a sex symbol, right? So I mean, so she's never gonna. I don't care how good she's sang, she's never gonna outsell Beyonce. Music, and she might be a better vocalist than
Yeah, because
Beyonce.
Beyonce's sexy. She's selling.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's selling her voice. Beyonce's not a bad singer, but she's also selling sex appeal among other things, right? So
Entertainment.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, hey, Fantasia, she's an amazing singer, and she's I think Fantasia's sexy as hell, but she got a hell of a body on her, but she is
She can
still.
dress. Yeah.
Yeah, but well, she shakes it on stage. I've seen some videos of she flaunts what her mama gave her on stage. She ain't shy about flaunting it. That's for
And
sure.
you
But
want to hear something? Her mother is beautiful, and her mother sings just as better than she does.
Oh, I got to check that out.
No, check it out. Just put
Whose
Fantasia
mother?
and her mother.
Oh,
You're gonna
Fantasia's
be
mom.
like,
Oh, wow, I got to see that.
her
Okay.
mother can sing her own daughter up under the ground.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's
Yes, her mother
crazy.
can sing. So everybody check it out. Fantasia mother, just put Fantasia and her mother singing together.
I'm gonna
Your
find that.
whole
I'm
heart is
find
gonna
that.
be chilling because the
Yeah.
woman can sing she sings awesome.
Yeah, sex sells. So next week we'll be doing this show naked, ladies and gentlemen. So tune in.
Naked from the waist down.
Naked from the waist down.
I'm telling you, we're gonna get mad views.
Yeah, we will get some
Have you guys
views.
ever heard of a movie called Who Made the Potato Salad? Is that a movie or that's just a scene from a movie?
I don't know, but whoever made the potato salad, it better taste good.
And my mom makes the best potato salad in the world. So
She probably doing. I'm right next to her.
okay.
Because I know how to make some potato salad.
You guys ever seen this before?
Potato salad. Now that's my favorite right here. Who made a potato salad? This motherfucker. Oh, shit.
Why? Huh? Why, nigga? Huh? You don't walk into a fast food restaurant and ask who's on fries, do you? Huh? Do you roll up in the Roscoe's and ask who's grilling the motherfucking waffles? Huh? No, you don't. So why does it matter who made the damn potato salad?
It don't really matter.
Exactly my point. Now scoop some up on your punk ass plate and shut the fuck up. Now!
Scooping, nigga.
Scoop, nigga.
Eating it all. Look at scoop right here. There you go.
He didn't mean it, Mookie.
There's another scoop. That's two scoops.
No, he didn't mean it. There's nothing wrong with your potato salad.
Yeah. Your potato salad is dry.
Yeah, like the desert.
Like the desert. Dry.
It is not dry. I just didn't have enough mayonnaise last year. That's right.
What about the year before last? Never.
All right, then. I mean, what about that nasty ham that Grandma makes?
What? Well, I thought it was good.
Shut your ass up.
Shut up.
You about to get your ass whipped, boy. Since we're speaking of nasty, what about this nasty ass raw turkey we be eating every year?
You better watch that turkey mouth. You know what, some bitch?
I'm gonna tell you one goddamn thing. I didn't want you at this goddamn Thanksgiving dinner. Now this turkey is good. This is a good goddamn turkey. It ain't nothing wrong with this turkey. The turkey is just rare. Rare my ass. The turkey is raw. It's raw every goddamn year. Fuck you. Last year you cooked up the damn plastic bag with the giblets still inside the goddamn turkey. And the plastic bag was raw. You say another fucking word, I'll carve that hat right off your goddamn head. Shit is raw and bad. You raw, motherfucker. Your ass is raw. That's why I have to drink this messed up punch to wash the shit down.
You say you like my punch popping.
Oh, man. You made my
Oh, they getting it cracking in here the way I like it.
Oh, no, I ain't taking no ass whooping. What you gonna do? Take the goddamn carver and just carve his black ass up, Ray Ray. Whip his ass. That ain't your son, no way.
Mount him.
That ain't
Get him, Grandpa. Let him have it, Grandpa.
You better hold on. I'm gonna cut your ass.
He said, it ain't your son anyway. Damn.
Wait a minute.
That's the fun. What's the name of that movie again, Carl?
It comes up on TikTok as Who Made the Potato Salad. I don't know if it's a movie or if it's a movie.
It's
clip.
a movie, but
It's
that's
a
not
movie.
the name of the movie. That's a part in the movie.
Oh, what's the name of the movie? Because
What's the name of that movie?
let me see. That's
And he said, "Scoop, nigga, scoop." And she said, "Scoop."
He
I
said the
recognize
turkey
Clifton.
was
That was
dry.
Clifton
You left the
Powell.
chitlins inside the goddamn turkey.
Yeah, that's Ronaldo
That
Ray.
before. Left the
That's
goddamn
funny.
inside.
And she said, "Now scoop
The
someone your
movies
plate."
with Ronaldo
And
Ray.
the other guy, and the guy goes, "Scoop, nigga, scoop, scoop." Scoop.
Oh, the name of the movie is Who Made the Potato Salad.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, are you serious?
Yeah, because I just Googled movies with Ronaldo Ray because I know he ain't been in that many movies. So that was Ronaldo Ray, the old man. Yeah, so it says Who Made the Potato Salad. Yeah, it's a
Joe,
movie.
I remember that scene too, and I was grabbing my pearls. That was funny. And
Who
he
Made
was
the Potato
dead
Salad? Yeah. I might want to see that movie, man. Let's see, Clifton Powell, Eddie Griffin's in that movie also, and Jarrell Wright, who played, he was.
That had me about to cry, no tearing. What year was it?
I'm about to find out right now. The movie came out in 2006.
Joe, that was funny.
Comedy romance, 2006. Who Made the Potato Salad? Yeah, it got 76 rating on Rotten Potatoes, which is pretty good. That's a good rating.
Us black people are very entertaining, and this is how our kitchen table be sometimes. Okay, I mean sometimes there's some drama at the kitchen table.
The funniest, there's two movie scenes that I think are the funny to me in the history of movies was that and Tiffany Haddish and Cat Williams with the jail scene. Have you guys ever seen that?
The what scene? No.
Tiffany Haddish and Cat Williams.
You talking about when she came up there with that baby?
Yes,
and he was like, "That baby ain't mine." He said, "That baby come from the Caucasus of Caucasus Mountains." You right.
That is the fun. I saw that. I watched that, and I watched that, and I watched that, and
that Cat Williams, that was funny.
Yes, Cat
He
Williams.
was like, "That's not my baby." He's like, "Maybe that one, but not that one."
That baby has a 750 credit score.
That's funny.
And I think she turned around. It was the guard. He said,
"Yeah." He turned around. He looked at the guard, and we want to end on a fun note. I know we talked about some pretty intense stuff.
That was funny, Carl. Thanks.
Who Made the Potato Salad? I've never seen the whole movie, but I have to see the whole.
Now you gotta see it.
I gotta watch the whole movie too.
Funny.
Yeah.
I'll watch it this week.
Yeah. So Tiffany, before we take off, anything you want to share or anything you learned that you want to?
Well, we see that Black History Month is about to be gone. Next week we'll be into March.
Next
But
week
we
we'll
want
still
to,
be black.
yeah, we'll still be black. Black History Month is 24 hours a day, 365 days a year for us, okay? But they have it for February. So we definitely want to honor and salute all our ancestors, all the prominent people that made a mark in this world for us. We salute them and honor them. To our people, make a mark yourself, and you make your mark with your children, with your family, and give love. I want to give a shout out to my family, to my mom, to my sisters, and to everybody, and see y'all in March. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share, and tell us what you think. We would love to know.
All right, Kev, anything you want to share that you learned today?
Well, I just want to share that people, a lot of black people you hear throughout the years go, how come they gave us the shortest month of the year for Black History Month? Because February is the shortest month out of the 12 months of our year. So, and the reason is not because the white man go, man, give them the one with the shortest month. The reason is Frederick Douglass' birthday is February 12th. So they made Black History Month. They gave us that month in basically in honor for Frederick Douglass. So for all the people who don't know that, now you do. But a lot of people, I hear a lot of black people bitching about the 28 days and why we got 28 days and we couldn't get March for Black History Month. That's why, because Frederick Douglass was born in February. So just wanted to share that for people that didn't
I
know.
was made in February.
Your birthday's February too? You were made in February.
Yes, I was made in
Oh, you
February.
were made in February.
Oh, you're made in February. Wow.
My mama did this, no.
Oh, she wasn't looking at a picture of Frederick Douglass.
February is the coldest month of the year, so
Yeah, a lot of people. But actually, Tiffany, you have a little Frederick Douglass hairdo right there. If it was a
Yeah,
little
I
gray
do.
in
You
there,
like it?
little gray. If you had some gray right there, that'd be straight up Frederick Douglass.
Yes.
Yeah, made in February. All right.
I'm gonna slap you. Wait till I.
uh, all right, people. Thank you once again for sharing another hour and a half with us on this Sunday.
Yes.
Remember, we're here every Sunday, 7 p.m. And please like, share, subscribe to our channel. We're trying to build a positive channel. Of course, we all know if we were talking about
Sex, drugs, crime, and ass.
yes, our numbers would quadruple, but that's not the direction we want to go in. And also, I'm working on getting Dr. Umar on our show. Hopefully, that will come to fruition.
I'm gonna spray paint these gold so I can have some Trump sneakers.
And put the T on it for Tiffany.
How long have you had those, Kev?
About 8 years.
They still look good. You know how to take it. That's one thing.
I've
Black
only
people
worn
know how
them
to
probably
take
like
care of their sneakers.
I've only worn them like 3 times, Tiff, and they were a gift, like I said, from a person that was at my show that bought these for me. I'd have never paid that much money for these sneakers. I still got the box and everything for them, but no, they were just a gift, and I wore them on stage a few times, but they just sit in my office. Where I do, it's my office here where I do my
Well, put
podcast.
them in a case.
Yeah, I might. They're just something that
That's where them
I think.
$250 sneaker I got going in a case.
Yeah,
Kev,
I might.
the Playboy Mansion. I see a little Playboy bunny
You
pillow.
a Playboy?
That's just a pillow right there, Playboy pillow right there. So
All right, you promoting Playboy.
I collect a lot of stuff. I collect everything. I got all sorts of pillows. So I mean, I just collect stuff. I'm a junk collector. Like I collect crap, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give you a tour of my office one of these days. I got everything in this damn place, man. I just collect stuff. That's all. So I got a Playboy. I saw the Playboy pillow. Okay, I'll get the Playboy pillow. Oh, yeah. I'm not promoting Playboy.
Now the Playboy Mansion is different from the Bunny Ranch, right? That's two. The Bunny Ranch is a whole
That's
different.
two things. The Bunny
Two
Ranch and the
different
Playboy.
places, but they do the same thing. Sex.
Yeah. Well, I think what's his name? Hugh Hefner was the original
Pimp.
R. Kelly. But he got away with it because nobody came after him. But
Yeah,
he
they don't come
was
for the
he
white
was
people.
banging underage blonde chicks for years and putting
For
them in Playboy
years.
centerfolds, and then yeah, he was
Selling
doing
ass.
what R. Kelly was doing for years. But he didn't go after his masters.
Yeah, and he
And
got
so
skin protection.
yeah, he didn't go for his masters. R. Kelly started talking about he wanted his masters, and yeah, because everybody knew what R. Kelly was doing for years, but he started talking that same thing Prince was talking. I want my masters.
And
Okay,
they shut his ass down.
shut it down. All right, you want your masters? You're going to prison, boy. That's where he's at.
Well,
Singing.
we know, we
Conspiracy.
know, we know that there's a certain segment, as Godfrey says, they just don't like us. So,
I almost went to the Playboy Mansion too, man. I messed up my chance to go, man.
you
Oh,
did.
I
You were
thought you said you went.
No, I was on tour with Wynton Marsalis, jazz artist, and we performed at the Playboy Jazz Festival in Los Angeles. And Wynton Marsalis was dating a soap opera star at the time. What's her name? Sister, black girl on the soap opera. I can't think of her name right now, but he was dating her. So we ended up going to her crib up in the Hollywood Hills to have dinner, but we got invited to the Playboy Mansion. And I wanted to go to the Playboy Mansion, but everybody ended up going to uh, Victoria Rowell. That's her name, Victoria Rowell, the
But
black
you didn't
actress.
go. You didn't go, huh?
No, I didn't get a chance to go, man. I was pissed about that because I didn't want to go to Victoria Rowell's house. But that's why we ended up at some soap opera star's house instead of going to the Playboy Mansion. But we did get invited to the Playboy Mansion because we did the Playboy festival, jazz festival. Guess who the MC was? Bill Cosby.
It was.
He kissed me too, man.
Yeah, you
This is
tried.
2000. This is 2004. So I go up to Bill Cosby backstage because they're bringing me out on stage. He's the MC. He's the
Yeah,
master of ceremonies. So Savon, what's the kid that does the tap dancing?
Savon Glover.
Yeah, he was
I love
backstage.
him.
He goes up. Oh, I got his gift basket. It was beautiful. I'll tell you about that off air. But anyway, so in our dressing rooms, we have these big ass gift baskets. But my ghetto ass, I never had a gift basket before. I guess he gets them all the time. So he left his in his dressing room. So I ended up taking it. I'm walking on the tour bus, these two big ass baskets of chocolates and fruit. No, but so I went to Mr. Bill Cosby and Mr. Cosby for my intro. Can you mention that I was on Def Comedy Jam and so forth? He looked at me like, I'm not reading your intro. He did.
He
I was
said he
like,
was
yeah,
what?
I'm not reading your intro.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you
He's
got
like,
Bill
who?
Cosby
he just
shade.
said,
I'm not reading your intro. I mean, he was such a prima donna. He was like,
yeah,
I'm not reading it. Yeah. He's like, who are you for me to read your intro?
That's what he was like. You acting real
And I,
light
and I thought
skinned.
I thought about it, and I'm like, well, who the fuck am I to read for you to read? You are Bill Cosby. So he just brought me out. He just brought me out. He brought me out on stage,
he
and I
just
went out
said
and did my thing.
Kevin Lee. That's all. It's ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Lee.
Oh, he did say comedian Kevin Lee,
And Kevin,
young comedian Kevin Lee's coming out, and I went out and did my thing. So yeah,
And
but
he
yeah,
said you was not gonna get no Def Jam up in there.
no,
You out of your mind.
because he hated Def Jam. I didn't even think about that at the time.
And you was
Yeah.
lucky he mentioned your name. Did you take that?
Well, he had to mention my name because he's the master of ceremony. He had to bring me out on stage, so
But
he had to
that was
bring.
Bill Cosby. Come on, Bill Cosby saying your name.
Well, I'm on a show that he's hosting. He had to say my name.
I would have taped it. That's exciting. I would have been like,
No, he was nice backstage after the show. That was before the show. After the show, he was nice backstage. We took a picture. It's in my book and all that stuff. So yeah, no, he was nice. He was nice. But at first, when I went up to him for my intro, he looked at me like, your damn mind.
It was
I
like,
ain't
yeah,
saying,
right.
I ain't mentioning you was on Def Comedy Jam. I was like, all right.
We're not promoting for them. That what he was like. We're not promoting for them.
Well, he was against Def Comedy. He hated Def Comedy Jams for some reason. So he thought it was bad for black comedians to go out on stage and drop F bombs and talk about some of the segment things that
But it
most
opened up doors for
most of
many of
comedians
y'all.
on Def Jam, did vulgar humor, and he was against that because he was a clean comedian. He didn't curse.
I noticed Kevin, and from doing comedy and being around comics, the comics that are clean on stage, super clean. Backstage, they're doing, they're snorting coke, they're smoking pot, they're drinking, they're looking for women after the show.
Yeah.
In the comics,
No, you're right.
and
I won't mention no names on the show because I don't want to get us sued. But I know a lot of comedians who
to.
that were clean comedians that were, you know,
But
reckless. I'll use the word reckless off stage. You
yeah,
know,
you know,
Perpetrating a fraud.
you know,
hey,
but
I
comedians,
hung out with Sinbad. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah,
I hung out with Sinbad. That's all I'm
yeah.
saying. Man, he
But
get well, man. He's sick.
on
I'm
stage
the brother
are
get well.
dropping the F bomb and cussing and talking about sex. And after the show, they will just want to go home to their wives and their kids. But the comedians who are married and super clean after the show, they're like, you know, hey, where can we go? Where the chicks? Where it is? I'm like, wow, it's you know, two totally different.
Hey, well, comedians get into everybody gets into show business for two reasons: money and women. That's it. There's no other reason to be a comedian. That's why you
That's
get into
what we
comedy, right?
working for.
You want
Is
to get
money and women.
you get into show business for money and women. I mean, that's your motivation for wanting to be an entertainer. It's beautiful women and money. There's no other motivation. Let's keep it real.
Which both are could be very dangerous.
Yeah, well, that's what you get when you're in show business. You think Bobby Brown gets Whitney Houston if he worked at Red Lobster?
No, I think his swagger was amazing. She liked
His
his
swag,
swagger.
he can have that same swagger working at Red Lobster. He's not sleeping with
But
Janet
she
Jackson.
wasn't going to no Red Lobster. Red Lobster was coming to her.
I got you.
Yeah, yeah. My fame brings, you know, money and fame brings the women.
And that brings swagger too.
Yeah,
And
no,
Bobby probably didn't have that
look at
swagger.
CeeLo Green, right?
I don't know
CeeLo
what you're
Green.
talking about. I love Bobby
Yeah,
Brown.
yeah. CeeLo Green. Yeah. What else? CeeLo Green.
He isn't he the chubby guy? He's like,
Yeah, the
Yes.
chubby guy. Yeah.
he gets lots of chicks. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Rick
But he
Ross.
was married for years. He
Rick
was
Ross gets
married
lots of
for
women.
years before he separated from his wife.
And look
But
at Rick Ross.
he's a little different. But he's a great artist. You know, he's
Well, he's
different.
very talented. He's a very talented guy.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, he's very
He's
different.
a good writer too.
Yeah, I think he's like 4'6" or something like that. Yeah.
He's a great writer.
And
Yeah,
then
he wouldn't have no. If he wasn't CeeLo Green, the entertainer, he wouldn't be dating no women.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be
Yeah,
on an
because if
escort
you look at
service.
his wife, you can see. How can you see? You know, some men just get women that they know they can get. You
I'm looking
know,
for. I ain't gonna call out people. I'm looking for Whitaker. He's not an attractive man, but his wives are fine as hell.
yeah.
You know, it's because he's an actor with a lot of money. You know, and money makes you attractive. Forrest Whitaker would never had that girl, that woman. I think she passed away. His
Yeah,
wife,
of
but she was
cancer.
beautiful. She was beautiful, man. But you think that girl would be with Forrest Whitaker if he worked at freaking Home Depot? Hell no.
well, I mean, we can go right down the road of all the basketball players, right? Look at they're not like the most handsome, but look at who they, you know.
Yeah, I was looking at some pictures of some of the basketball's fashion. Why are they dressing so feminine?
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, Witchcomb, he
I was
wears
like,
feminine stuff all the time. One of my favorite players, can't think of his name right. Russell Westbrook. That
Yeah,
boy, man, he comes in, he dresses like, you know, I've come to the conclusion that people with money can't dress. That's all. Because I see,
yes,
I watch these award shows and all
get
these
a
people come out.
stylist or something.
They have stylists. That's the problem.
Well, they're not dressing
It's
no
the
problem. Y'all
stylists
need
that's
to come and
dressing these
see me.
fools. They need to just dress themselves. When you get rich and you hire a stylist, that's when you start wearing all this weird shit.
No, I'm a stylist, and I'm not putting no weird shit on no sexy man like that. I'm sorry. They look feminine. They got too much glitter, glitz. It's just too much. But we're going on to another.
We're gonna work on my outfit for my comedy special, Tiff. Okay,
Huh?
I'm gonna get you to work on my outfit for my comedy
I
special.
hope so. That'd be nice.
I'm gonna see what you pick out. Now, if you pick out something that's messed up, I'm gonna get back on these airwaves and let everybody know.
Whatever, guys.
all right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in with us on another Sunday. Like I said, please like, share, subscribe to our channel. Please hit the notification bell so you can get notified when we go live on Sundays.
Yeah.
Like I always say, tell the people you love that you love them, because no one is here forever, and we're not psychic.
That's right.
That's right.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow, the Black Therapy Show. We in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. With Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwashed education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Let's go.